Welcome to the Journeyman Cave, a podcast where we meet and chat with some of boxing's most seasoned road warriors, hosted by Mark Shakespeare and Chris Scarfe.
Well, welcome back to the Journeyman Cave, everybody. Episode number 6, Mr. Shakespeare. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Still going strong, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, and really enjoyed Harry's episode, the one that you ran solo pretty much. But yeah, it was good, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good episode, and it was good to be back in studio, mate. Exactly. You were missed.
You were. And then this week, another local boy, Ben Wager. What can you tell us about Ben? Yeah,
very good friends with Ben. Known him a long time, and obviously we say we do like to get some Barnsley fighters on, local fighters. And a bit like Andy Townend, really. He's been around the block, been the away corner a few times. I'll still talk about a few of them fighters, in this interview, including people like Martin J. Ward, Anthony Cacace, world champion now. And obviously the Battle of Barnsley. I'm looking forward to hearing about that.
Yeah. Before we do get Ben in, I just want to tell everybody, if you want to help support the show, you can get yourselves a Journeyman Cave t-shirt. Me and you have got one, haven't we? They're lovely garments.
Oh, most certainly are, mate. Best out there. Best up market, I think.
From our friends at Blackford's in Barnsley. There's links on all our profiles online. There'll be links in the description notes and this if you want to help support the show and buy yourself a bit of merch. But having said all that, let's go and talk to Ben.
Let's do it, mate.
Now, usually, Ben, it's Shecky who knows everybody, who knows hot boxers. They're all mostly strangers to me. But as far as I remember, you were the first one that he took me to go and see at Metrodome. And I think I've seen you a couple of times. So actually, I do know somebody who was on podcast, Sheck.
Yes, you do, mate, don't you?
So yeah, it's. But then we were saying earlier, weren't we? 5 years ago. Nearly 5 years, I think, wasn't it?
Is that when
your last fight?
I
couldn't believe it.
October, my little boy's 5 now. Yeah. So, yeah. Like I say, we're 10-month-old on I boxed last. So, yeah.
Do you miss it, though, Ben, at all now, at all?
Yeah. You see, this white collar and unlicensed thing has absolutely ruined the professional game, as well as COVID and all the rest of it. That's had an influence on it. I couldn't have boxed through it all where everything is now. But even your white collar, it's £20 tickets or £30 tickets or whatever, and it's just absolutely blown ass out of professional boxing. Who wants to go and pay 60, 70, 80 quid for a professional ticket? But the people who know boxing know it's different levels. Yeah, I mean, you get these white collars and unlicensed and stuff that think they're boxing for a British title, they're boxing for Mickey Mouse titles, and it bugs me, absolutely bugs me with all over social media that they'll be in pub week before. Never did I have a smell of alcohol or fatty foods before, for 12 weeks in a camp and they treat it like, but it absolutely bugs me that they couldn't even lace my gloves.
Imagine that. I mean, what was that little flavour you try to say? If it's not green, it's not clean.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Must have come round to ours, didn't they? And they had a little Tupperware box with black coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to live it, mate. A good career and all.
All right. No, yeah,
it was a good career, Ben.
Say good career.
Could have been better.
Could have been better. It's all the same story, innit? People say, if I knew then what I know now, and obviously you get people when you're going through your career, they're telling you this, telling you that, and you're just like, you don't really take it on board as much as you should. And then after you've been in there and done it, and you think, I'd have definitely done things different.
What would you have done? What would you change, you think, mate, if you go back?
I don't know.
Everyone's going to, I think most boxers always say, you're not first one who said that, I wish I knew what I knew back then. You know what I mean? You're a bit first person to say that.
No.
But I think you got looked after all right with Carl, though, didn't you?
Yeah, Carl. Glyn, I have no against Glyn. Glyn it was good. Frank literally took me there. I went out. I used to train with Frank and then go through to Glyn for sparring and stuff like that. But then my first few fights were in Sheffield, so trying to drag a load of people to Sheffield, which it's all right. If you have a couple going, they've got 2 tickets, then they've got 2 taxi. They've got your taxi fare, their taxi fare home. Then you've got 2 lots of drinks to buy. It's a day night out for some people, some people haven't got it. You can do 150, 200 quid easy on a night out, and some people, well, like I said, everything that's going up now, I don't know how professional boxing's going as well. And like I say, we all white collar and stuff. It's crazy, but it was nice to with sponsors and stuff like that. They kept me going. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it without them because it's a lot of money again throwing it in for you. Everything that goes to people don't see behind the scenes how much goes on, and that's obviously why white collar and stuff bugs me even more because they aren't doing £350 brain scans and £100 medicals and this that over all the way through. It's a different game.
Most certainly is, mate.
I heard that last night. I went to Sheffield to see Wayne Reid, and he brought Lewis Rutherford with him, and he mentioned you've got about brain scans and all that. I didn't even know that.
I used to trade when I used to go through to Glyn Roads. Wayne Reid was there, so I've had a stint with Wayne. And
you were confident, when I was messaging Wayne, you were like, really, you don't want me on, I'm shit and all this stuff.
Wayne Reid is thick as pudding, but
But you know what? When I went through, he was a confident kid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he was sat there with his JD and Coke, and I thought, he's not the kind of person I thought he was going to be.
Bit of Dutch courage.
He's
all right, Wayne.
Yeah, we're a good kid. It's coming on, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll get him.
So we finished off, didn't we? For that central area, mate. We'll go further on before. We had Johnny Greaves, didn't we?
Johnny Greaves, what a lad.
What a guy.
Yeah,
I mentioned him.
Oh, there's not many people not been in with him, has there? Around your way.
And I got a bad word to say about him.
What did you teach her out? Were you talking to her in there, or?
I knew Johnny prior to going into fighting, really. Yeah. I think we had a bit in chronicle about we'll be mates up until bell rings, and then I'm gonna take your head off, basically.
You said that a lot, didn't you? Every time I pull up in car to meet, if you come for a fight, I'm up for it.
Yeah, well, it's same. Boxing's that kind of sport, innit? You can, as long as you've got the man about you to shake hands before, shake hands after, for them 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever, you didn't ring. You dislike each other. But yeah, Johnny is a nice kid. I remember it was a bad fight, to be fair, because leading up to it, everything was going all right, and it was a Sheffield show. A week before the fight, they was going the stuff about who were boxing from our gym. And anyway, a couple of days before, how many tickets you sold? I says, well, I've done about 50. Oh, you need to do more than that. Well, like, do you mean to do more? Oh, well, the tickets that they'd give me were for the two fighters because I was local. I had to sell them or whatever, which was case, it were all right. And then my wages got docked by like a quarter or something. So I was like, but I'd got my weight down. I'd had a 12-week camp, but I trained and I'd done all sparring and I'd done everything for it, and I was fit as a lop, and everything was going good. So I thought I may as well do it because it's experience and this and that other. And I did it for 250 quid. I boxed 250 quid.
Wow.
But on the back of that, me and Frank spoke, and I'm like, at the end of the day, Johnny's, it's his job. Do you know what I mean? And he still got his full purse, a grand or whatever he got. But if I'd have pulled out, it took his bread and butter away from him, which were his bills and his shopping and it was his job. So
he wouldn't have got paid for it, would he? That's
so
good to see,
whether he'd have got a late phone call from somewhere else, but he'd have had his plans and that, I don't know, would he have paid his gas and electric and his shopping for a month? I don't know. But I weren't going to, so I was fit as a lop. It was 250 quid in my pocket. It was Johnny's wage. So we went out, did 4 rounds, and yeah.
Yeah, he's a good lad, Johnny, isn't he? We were going to go see him, weren't we, in February, but it got cancelled it, and so we'll be going down to see him, so I'll mention him today. Another good journeyman, fought him twice, didn't you? Michael Mooney.
Oh, yeah. He's a lad daft as a brush. Outside at ring, you were an absolute nutcase.
I think he still has his problems at times, bless him, but he's a character, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
But I know second time when you fought him, I worried me. He'd spark Samuel Mason,
he'd come for it and all, didn't he?
Yeah.
I did done 2 before. I did
2 in a row.
Samuel Mason and somebody else, and they were coming for it. I think he would a bit hard done to. I think he felt I had done to when Latham stepped in and stopped it.
Yeah.
But I'd set about him. I did him a good shot, and I'd all that round. I think I was on top of him, and I hit him a body shot, and it were like I watched that fight for years, and I still remember it to this day. I hit him a good shot, and I felt him wince, and I set about him. And the referee jumped it. Obviously, with you same referees, they know different fighters, and they obviously know when somebody's hit somebody, and it's their job to keep somebody safe. And it's
good stoppage that, mate. Trevor record that one. Not many stop Mooney, do they?
No, like I say, I felt he felt a bit hard done by it, but I thought it was a good shot at caught him in, and I went on top of him. But
It was a good win to have that, mate, yeah, like you said. And then you went on to, we had it with Martin J. Ward.
oh, yeah, that was a fast one. Not saying I'd have won the fight, not saying I thought I'd have definitely done better. But I just weren't even there. I got gloved up at 5:15. Again, this experience about floaters, never knew about that. Never been on a TV show in my life. Said to everybody, oh, I'm boxing a high-rated kid, probably going to be on Sky, probably get a bit of TV from it. Somebody might notice me and I might get a few more fans from it. Gets gloves, 5:15 or whatever, gets warmed up and that. Went, oh, you sit down and all right, so, yeah. And then, oh, come on, end that fight, so we can get warmed up. Oh, that went 10 rounds, that went 10 rounds, that went 10 rounds. Literally, gets to midnight, and I'm still in gloves, and I'd literally been in gloves for 5 hours, 6 hours.
It's not comfy, is it, either?
Warming up and down. At one point, I'd literally got my kit bag, laid down, I'd had half an hour's kit. I went, quick, right, you're on. I jumped up, swilled my face full of water. Thought, right, I'm in now. I'd had little bits of snacks and stuff like that, but I'd not really had no right to eat since 2-3 in the afternoon. And then, oh no, you're not on there. So I said I've had enough now. I'm going home. You know what I mean? I've been here for too long. Somebody went and said whatever they needed to say, that I weren't fighting, and they come back. They were like, "You'll be on next." So it's 8th round in this 10 round fight. You'll be on next. Keep your gloves on. You'll get an extra £500, which it was a sweetener for me. It were at Excel in London, and he had a place full of supporters that had kicked off riot if it had gone if it had not been on. So I thought I'm good. I've travelled here. I've done all what I need to do. I'm just gonna take my. I thought I'd put up a good fight, but I have not got the whole video of that one.
No, I ain't seen that either.
No, but coming out, and Frank had said to me, "Look, from second round, and your timing were all over the place."
But if you're not up there, if you haven't got it up there at that day, if your head's not there, it's just...
He caught me, and I thought, I've been caught, and I swung at him and missed him by a mile, and he jumped back on me and caught me again, and I spun round and went through ropes, and I pulled back round, and I got a count for it, and then referee said boxing, literally come at me like a bullet and just put a load of shots on me, covered up, and it got stopped. So I got stopped in 6, but never really seen a video or
no, I
could have looked at and said what did I right, what did I wrong, or what I even there. I don't know. From people, I only took my best mate and Stace went with me. They went down in car.
Yeah.
And it was just like, we rocked up.
She's been good for you though, and Stace, hasn't she?
Oh,
She's
yeah.
Gone through a lot with her, hasn't she?
Again, people don't understand that the partners with people, they live it as well. In training, she would not. I couldn't have no in house. I was on a diet, and temptation if it's there. I'd go in car, I'd pull dash down in car. There'd be some chocolate biscuits in thing, and I'd be mad about it. Like I'd be slamming. I'm sure what you got chocolate biscuits in car, but she kept them in car out of way, taking them in house. Literally all that were in house was stuff for me for dieting and stuff like that. But
she's possible, mate, isn't she?
I was in a horrendous mood. Like all you did was eat notes, train ridiculously, up running at 5 in the morning, go and do a shift at work, come home from work, go back to gym, train, then cook a load of food for the next day and put it all in Tupperware dishes. You're so tired because you've been up since 4:30, 5 in the morning. You've been in bath, you've had your tea, and it's just like you legged out. All your mate gets to the weekend. Your mate's like, "Oh, we're doing something this week." Well, they didn't even use to ask. Got to the point when they thought we're not asking him because he's training or whatever. So you miss out on a lot of social life and stuff like that.
Yeah, but she looked after the, hasn't she?
Yeah, I say she's been there every step of the way with me.
Yeah, she's a good lass. You've got 2 young, nice kids and all now, mate, haven't you? And that little girl's good as gold, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, a lot of terror about what else. I say it's another one of them. I thought when Ted was 10 months old and I'd won that central area, I can still do this. I can do this out of her. Then you start walking and talking, and your life changes, doesn't it? I mean, what is the kids in my world title? I want changing for the world. As he gets to 3, you think he's getting a bit of independence about him now, and you don't need as much. I might start getting back to the gym. I might start doing stuff, and then you throw another mix in, and you got another one on go. So yeah.
But yeah, we were proud to follow him, weren't we, mate? We always
enjoyed it.
I've been mentioned a few at podcasts.
We're saying like how you see these Metrodome shows now, and nobody ever filled it like me and Ben did. The Barnsley Bens or whatever they used to call us, Big Ben, Little Ben. Me and Ben Davis used to fill that place. I mean, never did you have an atmosphere where it was like that.
You were good together though, mate, as well.
We lived it.
You lived it, didn't you? And you were good to have each other by your side, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then the other big TV bit when they fought Stalker.
Yeah, that were another one. I thought this is a big chance to Fury and Chisora undercard. It's gonna be a packed place, atmosphere, experience, everything were there for it. Then Chisora pulled out. Then they got Fury this, I don't know, they got him some foreigner, some numpty, and we'd been there to Wayne, and it just didn't materialise, didn't go on like it was. So then that fight went off. So when I got there, it weren't nowhere near as full as what it was going to be. But I still took a right crowd. I think I still.
I did. They were all shouting, mate, weren't they?
Yeah.
They all wager cry, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I took 40, 50 with me to MEN at Manchester, and we had a good crack.
It must have been good though, that, mate. It must have been a buzz for you, that.
Yeah, well, it's same old. It was a good amateur one, Stalker, but I don't think his style were ever going to be match the pro game, was it?
Was it Catrell he fought or somebody at Endo betting and or it Catcher?
Cacace.
Yeah, I know.
He's British title now, Ireland, but Stalker were never gonna be a high pro. I don't think. Just with his style, he had a good amateur style, but his pro game different. So I knew he was taller than me. He's got more range than me. He's just gonna box and run. So I had to get to him, and then I caught him. He was all over the place.
He was gone,
I think when you look back, 25 shots, and then he never answered a shot, or he was just wobbling all over. I don't know how he stayed up, to be fair. And he was constantly just trying to grab hold of me, and I just determined to get it. And it didn't happen. I lost on points. Again, I think, I didn't know, I thought about I'd done to. I didn't know how they could win the rounds when he'll win it first rounds probably because he was just hitting and running. The later rounds, I thought I took it to him. I'd hurt him, and then he ran off again. So. But, yeah.
But what it all bet Stalker first, Catrell or?
No, so I remember it because me and Stalker fought, and then Jack Catrell and somebody else fought the fight after, and the winner of the two fights ended up fighting each other, which ended up being Stalker and Catrell knocked him out.
And I said, again, I went on phone to you and said, Catrell will beat him.
Yeah.
And I thought, he did, didn't he?
And he's turned out to be a right. He definitely won that against Josh Taylor, didn't he?
He did. Doubt. Oh, God, no doubt whatsoever. It was heartbreaking, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I see you just put away corner.
Yeah.
Got stuffed again, didn't we?
Yeah.
And what would catch you like then?
Again, I took that one. I didn't know a thing about him. Knew he was. I think he had 161 amateur or something before he turned pro. And I thought, I'll just go and have a go. It's a 14-foot square. Nobody's running. We're going to have a go. Went over to Ireland in this little working men's club. It was tiny. Came out. Yeah. Boxing. Bang. Well, I'm down here. It's just hit me right hand, put me down. I didn't even feel. It's one of them that you don't feel, you don't see, you're down. I got up, had my count, moving about, boxing about, and that referee was stood behind me. I got hit with a jab, my head went back, jumped in and stopped it. He's just seen my head go back, you know. But four of the 6 fights all got stopped that night, all in favourite red corner, and I just think, again, not saying I'd have beat him, not saying I thought it was a right shot that he caught me because I didn't see it or feel it, but just maybe a little bit premature stoppage. When I look back at my record, it was either I got stopped or I stopped them because I was in fights I didn't was involved in. But
we had big Barnsley derby with Andy Townend, didn't we?
Oh yeah,
at Donny Dome.
Yeah, or my first title fight that with Andy. Again, new lad, nice kid, but one of them we go to work. I never no grudge against him, and to this day now we see him and we have a lot of talk and clown, and that's it. I wouldn't fight by a mile. To be fair, in my last fight, I was training with Ben Davis and Dave Ully. And we'd obviously spoke about that, and Dave Ully, like, they're all panicking. A lot of them are panicking. Sure, for 5 rounds, you did not stop coming forward. And Dave was saying, you can't keep this pace. You can't keep this pace. Just hold yourself together. We can't possibly do it. We bumped heads. I thought, shit, I'm cut. To be fair, if there's any punch I've been hit with that, I thought that were a right shot. It ran into me with a body shot. I thought that were a good one. You get it with a shot and you don't see it, you don't feel it, you just go down.
Yeah.
But you get it with a shot and you've watched it, you've felt it, and it was a good body shot. But we bumped heads. I'd got a cut. I panicked. I thought, this is only the 6th round. I've got a cut. And I've got another 4 to go. First time I'd ever done a 10-rounder. I'd had a cut before when that Elvis McCorder in my second fight, I think. So I went scared of getting a cut. Panicked a little bit. I just feel like from that stage then, probably I'd put a lot into it in the first 6 rounds, but I just started draining. I sat still after 8th, and Glenn Rhodes was like, look, Ben, you've got a cut on your eye. We can keep going for another couple of rounds and hope that, but he's going to be aiming for this now. And he said, it's my job stood in your corner here. I think we should call it a day now. Retire on stool. Let it heal. You'll be back out. It only takes a few more bangs on it. You might lose your eyesight. It's one of them. I say, I'm just in here to do a fight. You're here to do your job. And we called it a day. I retired on the stool after 8th. I didn't come back out for 9th. So,
but you want to go fight.
But a great fight.
And Andy loved it. When we had Andy on, he was talking about it, wanting as well. And so it was a good fight and that. But he said he got told not to do it for 3 rounds.
Oh, same old, in it.
Kevin Hooper said that as well.
Yeah, because I never had any game plan, which is another thing which, if what I knew back then, what I knew now.
That's right.
I never had a game plan for a fight. It was literally 4, 6, 10 rounds. I'm waiting for a fight. Yeah.
That's all they've said to me in car all the time, mate. Just come to fight. And
hands up, go on.
Let's have it.
Let's have a go, yeah. And but yeah, these people who in gyms with professionals around them and trainers and so on and so forth, they've all got game plans. They've all worked stuff out. They've watched me to death to see what I'm good at, what I'm not so good at. I'm going to come out and fight. Once let him come out, Bernie Senna. I don't know but yeah, I was just there for a fight. I was a crowd pleaser. Everybody loved it, and that's why I sell a lot of tickets.
You do. You want a crowd pleaser, mate. And like you said, Kevin Hooper, you thought at weighing he changed, didn't he?
Yeah, like
unbelievable.
I seen him at weighing, and I thought I'd beat him then already. I'd seen him box a few.
It was atmosphere that and all that weighing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd seen Kev box a few times. Thought he was not a bad fighter. Seen him do distance quite a few times before this. I got to weighing. I felt amazing and all. I felt on top of the world. I literally, for weight and stuff, you see all these people that are always comfortable on weight, or it's just body shapes in it. And I never used to see it weight me until I weighed in on day. Never. Yeah. I don't think I ever made the weight before I weighed in. Check weights. I don't know what people will say about check weights and stuff, but I literally used to go and have a training session or drop my water or something just for that day, just to make you check weight, and then you float back up and go again. But you drink so like drinking so much to your body carries a lot of water and that, and then the week of that fight I'd probably be about 10-4.
Wow. And
by the time just drop my water like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a couple of litres a day, I'd probably see 2 days before, I'd see 10 stone, 9-13, and then morning at fight, I'd just get up 9-12, go for a walk, probably jump in sauna for 10-15 minutes, and then you'd see 9-9, an hour before you fight, you'd be like, right, a bit of nerves now, or you'd see 9-10, and you'd say, I love to pound in whatever.
Yeah, but you said Hooper looked different, didn't you, after weighing?
Oh yeah, he stood in front of him at scales, and I thought, I felt $1 million, me.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him and thought, I've got you looking back at videos and pictures, the depth for me to the depth for him. Stood at side of him, he just looked a bit not bony, but he just didn't look as filled out or whatever. And then he come back to the ring next day, and I thought, is it his brother that's got in here? Because he was just a totally different lad. Probably what people used to say about me. I'd come back to the ring next day, 10-7, 10-8. I used to come back to the ring for weighing in at 9-9. But everything's filled out and you're well hydrated and everything's good. I think Kev had never really gone much away from weight. If he boxed at 9'9", he probably used to over about 10.5 stone or whatever. Whereas I'd come from late 11s and pulled myself down, and so you were probably more naturally better at it. But I remember me, I like a Cornish pasty when next day I literally but I've always cut
you have,
what is it? Nobody can tell you. It's your bones. It's how you built in it.
Yeah.
Maybe boxing wasn't the game for me, but I did alright in it.
Did you?
No.
What would you say hardest fight you've ever faced?
Probably, bizarrely, Elvis McCord, they were called. I never did know a thing about him. It was my second fight. It was his debut. I boxed him at Sheffield Wednesday football ground, and he from the Democratic Congo or something.
Yeah.
And he rocked up to weigh-in, and he was massive. Like, I was just, on earth, is this my opponent? And his name, it said like Ben versus Elvis on whiteboard when you're in a changing room or whatever. And somebody went up and put, it said Elvis McCord, and somebody put Presley or something underneath it. You know, it took a bit of thing off it. And he literally, from his waist to his shoulder, were absolutely massive. And then he just had no legs. They were just like thin. And I was just a strong, naturally strong lad.
As well.
Not particularly that he could hit hard, but just being in his presence. When you were clinching and when you were stuff like that, black lad with a shaved head. His head was like a Brillo pad. I could feel it every time it brushed past my face. I thought, this ain't going down well. Second round, cut. In a 4-round fight, and literally I thought, I'm cut now. I know it's probably going to get stopped for having a cut. So I just went out. I went out to have a fight anyway, but I went out, had a tight win, got a draw. Yeah, got a draw and cut for 2 rounds. That was my first learning curve, getting a first cut and all that, but just the unknown. He didn't box for 18 months after that, and he was like, he was so strong, all right.
I wish I'd got an English title shot though, Ben. I wish you would have done.
I know, I should have had, definitely. I think Carl had said to me after Hooper, that was an English title eliminator on it. Yeah. And I think if I'd have got through that, I think he said.
I think you were Appleyard at the time. I mentioned this before today. I went to that fan cave in Meadowhall, and Dave Colwell were there, and Dave Colwell were training him, and I told you I rocked up with wager gear.
Oh, yeah.
And just after you won, and come to that Minute Central area, like, and I says, when's Lee going to step in with Ben then now? And he says, he's a strong kid, that Ben. He can fight, can he?
I boxed Kofi Yates on Coldwell's show. At Ice Sheffield. That was the first time we'd fought 4-rounder. And I think Kofi were unbeaten at the time. And when getting a decision over 4 rounds, then obviously I boxed him for Central area at Metrodome. I weren't myself at all. I'm not making excuses for the fight, but I had like some potatoes and stuff, and it just sat on me. I was burping his Kofi's in like, fucking breath stinks and this, that, over the joint. And I got back to the corner, and Carl was saying, give me a drink, and that, I was belching and stuff in the corner, and just knocked me in, and I got out of the ring. I sat on shit all night. So it was shit, but 10 rounds, I didn't get Central area at that time.
But you got it in the end, didn't you, mate?
Yeah,
we were all there to see it, weren't we?
I went to Blackpool Winter Gardens, 9-0 kid, Ryan Mulcahy. That was at light welterweight though, and Central area shot. Come on, let's win. They were always unbeaten kids, I thought.
You never
said no, ever. No, not once did phone call ever come and say, there was one fight, can't even remember his name now, but he were unbeaten, but he was weight above me. And I got offered it, and I was like, I can't see why not. But I think he were a 10-7 welterweight. So they already had advantage and everything then. They were like, there's no need to, we'll just have a fight here. But yeah, Mulcahy, great fight. Proper enjoyed it. Winter Gardens, again, took a boatload with me. Was I unlucky? I don't know. I didn't think it was as far.
You were didn't you, mate?
Yeah, I didn't think it was far out as what they made out it to be. Hitting me a body shot, and I think Kofi Yates and Mulcahy were tweeting after and sort of saying saying I haven't been able to move for a week. You're like, oh yeah, that's how I felt after I'd fought him and stuff.
The Tank want that.
Yeah, the Tank won it. I think,
they always called the Tank, didn't they?
Oh, what photographer? Yeah, Karen Priestley.
Yeah, that's the one.
She'd replied back to the tweet. I'm like, I don't think any of these fancy it really much, Ben. But yeah, it were.
But we got there in the end, mate.
Yeah,
and it was brilliant to see, mate. And a nice shot to finish it.
Well, again, I got offered fight. Well, it was Barnsley. We're going to have a Central area. It's going to be at lightweight, which, right, let's go for it. A 5-0 kid. I thought it straight away. I thought it's coming to win. he had great experience. That was my first initial thoughts. At five fights, he ain't coming to beat me. He was beating everybody in the others after 20 fights. It was just nice, and I remember it now. I just go out, feel him out, see what crack is, and I could hear his corner shouting from behind me, "Bomb that right hand, Danny! Bomb that right hand!" And I was literally waiting for him to throw a right hand, and as soon as he threw it, I just stepped back, counted him left hook right hand, and it was a peach.
For a peach.
Yeah. And John Liffman and that to give him a standing count, knows it were only a link fight, knows the style of fight I fight, looked over at me, and I'm literally ready to go. It was like, he's just going to run over and fill him in, so he ended up stopping it. Yeah. He was unsteady on his feet, stood up. And to be fair, he got up from it, didn't he?
He did.
His legs were all over, he got up.
For a good way to finish, mate, wasn't it that? A good way.
Yeah, well, I should have defended it in March. I hit my back training, and it was Steve Brogan, I think I went to fight.
Yeah.
You're an unbeaten kid from Liverpool or something.
You were definitely mandatory challenger, wasn't it, at the time?
Yeah, so I went to box him, hurt me back, not what I could do about it. We were going to replan it for July or whatever, and I just got busy at work, and I was struggling to get a gym. Never got to vacate a title.
Yeah, I suppose you look back on, mate, with a good career you had, mate. Yeah, would have been better in some ways, but you did all right, mate.
Yeah.
We should enjoy following you, so thanks for talking to us, mate, yeah?
Yeah, bang on.
Appreciate it.
The Journeyman Cave is produced by James Proud. Music by Ryan Carrier. Special thanks to Rhythm Inc. Studios for hosting. All views expressed are of the guests only. The Journeyman Cave and host bear no responsibility for any opinions given. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter @The Journeyman Cave.